The Fairmont Opera House is getting a little more time to raise the funds it needs for major repairs. With an original goal of the end of this year, the board of directors voted to extend the fundraising deadline into 2026 to save the historic building. Over $1 million has been raised and pledged since the end of 2023 to help repair major structural issues. Executive Director Blake Potoff says the community outreach has been overwhelming at times. The Fairmont Opera House was built in 1901 and is Minnesota's oldest continuously operating theater.